Hello and welcome back to 78 Reflections. My name is Patty Elaine and I'm so glad you're here. I have been having some things going on in my life, and so I'm happy to finally be recording my video for Taurus Decan 2. And we are definitely on a better late than never plan, but I have been doing a lot of reading and thinking about this Decan. And, you know, astrology is really something I'm just trying to dip my toes in, and it's vast. There's definitely a lot to learn. But, you know, when I started out on this Decan stroll, the reason why I chose stroll is because I wanted it to be kind of lighthearted in approach. So I'm definitely wanting to stay on the journey, but not make it too intense for myself. So today you might notice that my video is a little more simple than some of the other ones. But I still want to go right in to the spread. So the spread that I'm doing is an alchemy spread based off the Temperance card. And so the way I am working with this card is, you see the two cups. Let me just lift this card up. So there we go. You can see the two cups and then the angel in the middle. So for the spread, we are having one cup representing the current astrological sign, and the other cup representing the planetary influence, and the card in the middle is the Decan card, which is the alchemy between those two. So let's explore that a little more. So the current astrological sign is our friend Taurus. And Taurus is grounded, steady, sensual, focused on security and comfort. Taurus is an earth sign ruled by Venus. Taurus has natural tendencies towards stability, pleasure, and building lasting value. Think of home, finances, and relationship. And that information is from the Starcodes Astro Guidebook. And that is the Taurus card. And the keyword you can see is cultivate. And it's interesting to think of all of the different influences with the cards. Also the season that they occur. You know, Taurus is in the season of spring. And so a lot of the energy is around planting and cultivating. And that's why we have that keyword there. So the major arcana card for Taurus is the Hierophant. And I spent a lot of time on the Hierophant last time because I have this strong need to defend the Hierophant and talk about it at length. But today I'm not. I'm just going to talk very briefly about it. And I think what's interesting to remember about the Hierophant is, you know, the way I interpret the Hierophant is it's that time of visibility when we show up to the world with our gifts. And it's also a bridge between divine wisdom and the human experience. It's about preserving and transmitting time-honored wisdom. And the Hierophant gently invites us to ground and stabilize and honor rituals rather than the mundane. So I love the Hierophant card. I don't necessarily love this depiction of the Hierophant, but I do love the Hierophant, the energy of the Hierophant. And I have a couple of the other cards to show you. I'm not going to get into them like I did last time, but look at this beautiful Hierophant card from the Star Tarot. It's just beautiful. And I would say this is a much I think more meaningful representation of the Hierophant as well. And then we have this beautiful from the Zodiac, this beautiful Hierophant as well. So on the other side, this other cup over here, we have the planetary influence for the second decan, which is the moon. So the Starcodes Astro Oracle guidebook gives the keyword of perception. Moon, the moon is the ruler of Cancer, and it speaks to the deep inner river of emotions. It's about what motivates us, how we experience and express our feelings, and how we nurture and need to be nurtured. The major arcana card for the moon is the beautiful and mysterious High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about intuition. She's the gateway to the unconscious. She holds the scroll of knowledge. She sits in silence with her foot resting on a crescent moon. The High Priestess brings harmony and balance. She brings an encouragement for self-reflection. And I wanted to also share with you a little bit about the Star Tarot. So look at that beautiful image from the Star Tarot. And the thing that really stood out to me in this image is the spider's web. And that represents the veil between the conscious and the subconscious. It represents creativity and all possibilities. The star in her crown represents the sixth chakra, the third eye. The priestess is the moon, intuition, cycles, and mystery. So let's see if I can organize my cards. The Tarot of the Spirit has quite a different representation of the High Priestess. And there were some interesting things in the guidebook I wanted to share with you. All knowledge of dark and light forces is good. Every experience contains a message for growth. Listen and you will hear your own inner teacher guiding you. The High Priestess is the moon, also known as the silver star, the light of the above. When we think of the as above, so below, this moon is the light of the above. The High Priestess sits between two pillars, the black pillar of understanding and the right pillar of wisdom. And I can't read my own writing. The High Priestess is the pillar in the middle, the pillar of mildness. I also want to show you from the Zodiac Tarot. Oops, upside down. This beautiful High Priestess. The High Priestess lives on a threshold. Her ability to relate to an inner world allows her to listen to the stories of others and transform them during dream gestation. Water is her element, connected to the emotional, just like the moon that she presides over. Tides and human emotions. The High Priestess offers intuition, imagination, protection, and care. So we have, remember, our cups, our two cups. We have the moon, the High Priestess on one side, and we have the Hierophant, the Taurus on the other side. So the Hierophant brings their wisdom. The Hierophant shows up in the world with their gifts. They're a public representation of wisdom and knowledge. The Hierophant also speaks, whereas the High Priestess is silent. The High Priestess holds space. The High Priestess is quietly and gently receiving, listening, reflecting. And so these are very different energies, both beautiful energies, but very different energies. So the alchemy of these two in the middle is the Six of Pentacles, and that is the minor arcana card for the current Decan. And this card literally means giving and receiving. The Six of Pentacles involves an exchange. And it's, you know, even though we see money depicted in this image, it's not just about money. It's about our time, it's about our energy, it's about our care. It speaks to generosity and tangible acts of both giving and receiving. Can you see the scale there? That's reminding us about balance. And the second decan of Taurus is a reminder of material, physical, and emotional sustainability that are intertwined. In 36 Secrets, T. Sujin Chang talks about the Six of Pentacles, known as the Lord of Success, and that the Six of Pentacles is the purpose of material resources. Accept and create material opportunities both for yourself and others. So it's interesting, moving from the last decan, we had scarcity. We had the Five of Pentacles in the middle, with Taurus over here, and the Magician on the other side. And so there's this shift of energy where the Magician and the Hierophant created this alchemy of scarcity. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess creating this alchemy of giving and receiving. And so I also think that the Temperance card is a little bit about giving and receiving. So I think this is a beautiful message for the second decan of Taurus. And very soon we will be moving into the third decan of Taurus. So I hope you'll join me. Please like this video if you do. If you'd like to hear more from me, I would love it if you would subscribe. In addition to the Decan Stroll, I also do week ahead readings, and I sometimes do daily readings. I'm sort of adapting based on the ebb and flow in my life right now, but I'd love to see you back here. So with that, until next time.